Here's how I go from transcript to thumbnail in 3 minutes. Let me show you. Alrighty, so essentially what I do when I publish a new video is I will go into, I use Tella. So here's what I do when I publish a new video. I download the transcript from my video tool. It's called Tella, but almost any recording tool these days lets you download the transcript for the audio. And then I run a system prompt that turns that into a description. It's here the description and timestamp generator. I will share the system prompts with you, which essentially puts out a description and timestamps for the YouTube video. And then I go in and I let it create thumbnail concepts, which is another system prompt here. Essentially just read the transcript, read the description. You could also have the title in there, right? Which often plays a big role. And then I let it come up with 3 concepts. And then I just let it generate a image prompt here. Of course, you can iterate on them, but I've built essentially image generation into the tool. I can then just take the prompt here, add an image, which is usually my face, if there is references to my face, so that it will use it as a style reference or character reference, I think it's called. And what this does, it just runs this through the new GPT image model, which essentially will pump out a thumbnail and they will look like this. So here I didn't give my face, that's why the character doesn't look like me. I built that afterwards, but essentially going forward, I can just generate images from my transcript. And to show you how you can do it yourself, you just go to platform OpenAI. There will be a playground tab if you don't have access to what I was showing you. And in the image tab, you essentially can just go in and you can copy paste the same, right? So you would go in, you would take a certain prompt, and here you can see that now my image is done, by the way, while we're at it. So now I have the same thing, but essentially I have my face in there, which should get, better performance on YouTube, technically, right? Sucks I'm not too ugly, which I am, but that's a different story. So we'll go in, copy one of them, and throw that into the image playground. Here we just have a lot more control than over ChatGPT, but it's built separately. So you can also use ChatGPT for this. But I've had a lot of kind of restrictions, how many times I could use it. And so I just built it into the tool set that I use. And we'll do the same here. We will attach an image of ourselves. And I usually generate landscape, high quality, because if there's text involved, usually these are bad. So they just come up with gibberish, just like it was before. And you can also generate multiple ones. I've just hard coded it to be one, because for each image, you will obviously pay money. So I just stick to one, but I create different concepts. But if you were to generate multiple images, this is how you can do it. And there's also some advanced settings. I have PNG output. I put the background to opaque because sometimes it will generate transparent backgrounds and that doesn't look good. And this I leave untouched. All right, and this is how you can use the somewhat new GPT image 1 model to generate images either in here or in whatever tool you use day to day. Hope this stuff is interesting. Let me know if you have any questions about the workflow. Obviously, I'm not a crazy good YouTuber, so take this with a grain of salt, but I think this is more around image generation, not really how to make a good YouTube video. Alrighty, cheers.